Hey, what's up, you guys? So tonight is a beautiful night. Let me tell you what, in a sense, is going down, what's happening tonight. So, hey, what's up, you guys? For anybody either catching the live now or later on, for myself, am a, I'm an occultist. In a sense, I have what I provide in terms of services, I guess, if we were to put it. I do occult consultations. I do spellwork for people. I do divination. I'm someone that has initiated through the Kabbalistic trees of both life and death. I am someone that embraces source when it comes to magic. I walk a very shamanic and ceremonial. Well, in a sense, if I was to define my path, it's shamanic witchcraft and ceremonial magic, right? So I'm a left hand path practitioner that has worked with beings such as Azazel, Lucifer, Belial, Beelzebub, right? Throughout my journeys, I've evolved over time, I've shifted, but in a sense, I've learned through all of these beings different ways to perform magic, sorcery, witchcraft, right? So by working with these witch gods, we become those energies. We become the gods themselves. So let me see who's here. So magical magician, what's up, fam? Greetings. Hey, what's up, fam? How's your night going, magical magician? Also Tenebris via Lucis. Hello there. Hey, what's up, Tenebris? What's up, you the Vibe Tribe? Okay, so in a sense, we're going to be teaching magic tonight. And then for anybody that you look down below, in a sense, I'm pushing my services. So you guys know me, right? For myself, I've just finished my initiations, so I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I serve as a guide through the Clippa on behalf of Azazel, Satan, Hecate, Lucifer, right? So I'm doing rituals for people. I do rituals all the time, you guys, whether it be for clients, whether it be for myself, right? So I'm trying to put it into a group right format. So just like covens do rituals, you guys can in a sense tap into the ritual via PayPal, Cash App. I'm trying to get Venmo. Let me know other ways of payment because people keep telling me like, oh, I want to pay you, but I don't have Cash App. I don't have PayPal. We're actually going to be getting into tonight why you should have PayPal, Cash App, even Bitcoin. I'm trying to get my Bitcoin wallet back. I just need my credentials and kind of I guess you could say like how we can take magic and then shift into the future. Because a lot of the things that the deities are telling me are very futuristic in concept, right? So it's anything ranging from like we're gonna talk about the foundations of magic and sorcery, manifestation, witchcraft. You don't need my rituals. You don't need anything that I provide whatsoever. But I do provide that as a form of boost, as a form of empowerment, so that you can step into your greatest version and become who you're meant to be. I've met with a few different occultists. They, in a sense, said like my spell work ranges anywhere from like literally $700 to $3,000. So I don't give a fuck about the money. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. What I truly care about is actually just like since I realized money doesn't matter. Create residual income for yourself. Always work on your goals. And if you're being limited economically, focus on money all the time. Detach, right? Detach from it, but focus on it because that's what Azazel teaches. That's what King Paimon teaches. Iblis, Shaitan, right? Satan. Truly, when I think of Satan, if I'm looking at it in a mobile sense, he's a businessman. He's a CEO, He's wearing a suit, right? He's literally a CEO of Hell Corp, right? Hell being a corporation. It's literally, it's very, the Clifothic structure, when I went and worked for a corporation, it wasn't that long, honestly. I realized I don't, that realm, I would rather pursue my own endeavors, such as social media marketing agency, right? So I create my own time. So that's something that's been a lot very prosperous lately. Is my marketing agency and then also my Spellwork, right? So I realized like truly like this is what I'm here for. I'm here to provide Spellwork for the community. I have other economic endeavors that are flourishing. I would like to show my worth to the community. So my prices are what they are at the moment. And then as I grow, as I, as you increase your net worth, you're worth more an hour. It doesn't matter exactly what I say on occultcatTv that creates my net worth. Your net worth is created through what you're able to do, what you're able to provide, services. So as I got out of the cliff off, what I started to focus on was the foundation of my empire, right? Of the reality I desired to create. So I thought to myself, okay, King Paimon is a deity of commerce, right? When we think of King Paimon, he's a commerce deity. I mean, I'm so sorry, he's a deity of caravans, right? Caravans. What is a caravan? They get products to places and they ship. They ship things places, right? So people would pray to King Paimon to make sure that their goods got to where it needed to be. Think about you have all this expensive like copal resin, right? Azazel loves copal resin. Azazel and Satan. Right? This is very. The lady was actually it's so funny because the lady's actually telling me the lady I bought this from. It was like I don't even know $10 or something because this really nice brand. And if you actually get wow, that's so funny. It glitched. If you actually get the ritual tonight, this is what I'll be lighting for Azazel as well as the Daemon, right? So this is actually a really good Mayan incense. I'll just light a whole bunch of it. Um, and then in a sense, I'm opening the way for you to be empowered by these different energies, right? So for myself, I've been working with King Paimon 5 years probably. I probably spent at least a good 3 years just going into rituals, studying like what he had to say about reality. Because if you accept or understand what they're trying to convey, this is what magicians would call path working. But myself being a shaman, I it's not just path working, it's life, right? So I look at King Paimon like when I'm working on business endeavors, I just call King Paimon his energy in, and then I start to try to think about I start I try to think about life in a different way, right? So if you're an artist, King Paimon can be very beneficial in many ways. If you are if you if you're an artist, you embrace business. Even at your job, King Paimon can start to shift things and create a greater narrative for yourself. If you're really for a way to economically liberate yourself in any way, I'd recommend working with King Paimon, working with Azazel, right? They will help you to master your craft, either the things that you love to do. If you're already good at it, Azazel will start to magnetize and bring um Azazel's trying to magnetize what we desire to us, right? He's trying to show us this science and, in a sense, what we need to do in order to create that reality. Usually, it's just about manifesting and creating the reality is as simple as having a will and intention and then shifting into that desired reality. How do you do that? Feeling the vibration, which is something King Paimon would teach. Feel the vibration and then try to align yourself with, one moment, feeling the vibration and then seeing the vision of what you desire. So from that, you can align yourself with what you're trying to create. So you have to see in your mind's eye, in your imagination, what you desire. Now, on top of that, you can use, and it's funny because it was just 11:11. As I'm looking at it, 6 people, 6 in the building, 6 likes at 11:11. You can use this technology of manifestation that, again, these deities teach. You don't need my rituals. You can do it yourself, work with the beings, but you can use this technology in order to evolve yourself by merely imagining the reality in which you desire. Seeing in your mind, maybe looking at a candle, lighting some incense, right? Truly making a ritual out of it. This is the spell work aspect. That's what it was. Putting in the physical work, vibrationally aligned to what you desire and put in the physical work. That's what a lot of people get wrong about manifestation, is that they just don't put in the physical work. A lot of people think that, like, say if you're trying to manifest money, you need an outlet for money. You need, like, having a bank account, PayPal, Cash App, right? So you have the first step. You have an outlet to manifest, right? And then you start to imagine in your mind, see a Cash App payment, see PayPal payment, right? And then as you start to do this, what you want isn't money, right? What you want is the end result of what money will get you. So it's about using your vibration to magnetize the end result. If you need something that costs money, by imagining the end result of what you want, by feeling it, that's what's actually going to magnetize it and bring it into your reality. But you have to feel the feeling of what you desire. In manifestation, this is something Neville Goddard talks about, law of assumption. You have to affirm what you desire by already feeling as if you have it. If you want love, if you want a lover, you have to feel love, right? You can't love someone else until you love yourself. Yeah, like truly, you can't love someone else until you love yourself. So you have to start to love yourself. You have to start to feel love, and then love will come into your life. It's the same thing with wealth, with abundance, prosperity. What are prosperous actions? What are prosperous thoughts? Right? When you can think prosperously, start to program your mind with prosperity. You ever listen to a rap song or just music in general, and it might have a symbolism of something replaying in your mind over and over again, right? Like a lyric. One second. Yo, stay hydrated, you guys. Like a lyric might play. Whoa, bro, whoa, bro. Like a lyric might play in your mind, and it's that it's that repetition that got stuck in your mind. So if there's someone that's trying to become more prosperous, you need to have repetitive thought. You have to continue to prosper, continue continue to think prosperously. And the more that you continue to think prosperously, this is what's going to manifest prosperity in your life. It's the intention. You continually do it. So I've been doing the occult spell work ritual for at least the past 5 years. And in total, I've been doing metaphysics, shamanism, witchcraft the past 8 years, right? If anything, 8 years I've meditated. How much did I meditate, right? How much did I choose to meditate? There's times where I'd meditate for 8 hours a day, 3 hours a day, maybe 5 minutes that day, 10 minutes that day, right? It's the repetition though. I never stopped meditating, right? So you got to continue to meditate. Always doing that, always meditating, always doing ritual, always doing spell work. That's actually how you're going to take yourself to the next level. Because when you do the physical action, meditate, build a business, right? Create, paint, art, music, right? When we even look at the witch god, when we look at Azazel, when we look at Lucifuge, when we look at any of these beings, well, they're they're very prosperous beings, abundant beings that teach us creativity, fertility, wealth, right? To truly embody these beings and their essences and their energies, you have to take on those higher vibrations that are really going to, I mean, it puts you through shadow work, but at the same time, it also evolves you and takes you to the next level. It allows you to get through your bullshit a lot faster. Like, I know Azazel definitely took me to the top of the tree, definitely took me to the top and showed me everything. And that's why I'm grateful that even having these beings in my life, I was able to evolve at a faster rate. Yeah, I had to do shadow work, but at least I was being shown the shit I had to work on, what I had to do with myself in a sense. So, hey, what's up, Lloyd? Hey, thank you for at least dropping by. That's what's up. Have a beautiful day, fam. See the future. Peace to everyone. What's up, See the Future? Welcome back, fam. So we got Andrew Emery Tate. Money if God, wait, money if God for brokies. My unmatched person is this. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Is that if that was the real Andrew Tate? I've actually talked to Andrew Tate when he had Tate's speech on YouTube. I literally messaged from my occultcatTv, like from this channel, and he responded back to me, and I was like, oh shit, he actually responded. I was very surprised, but I heavily vibe with the fact that he talks about Blue Dawn because I really sympathize with Blue Dawn, right? Those energies. But yeah, dude, that's funny. So we got an account for Andrew Emery Tate. Money if God for brokies. I don't know what that means though. But yeah, most definitely. I love the quote. My unmatched perspicacity coped with sheer infatigability makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor. That is a quote. That is that is a beautiful quote. Quoting Andrew Tate. When are you raising your prices? Oh hey Andara Ra. Hey. When are you raising your prices? Hopefully we catch the sale now. Yeah, it will probably be in a few months. That's why I'm doing the group rights for people. At the moment, I just want to give that back to the community, show you guys, in a sense, how powerful magic can be, especially when you get rites or rituals from people that have already walked the path, or maybe a little bit further. To get that attunement and that empowerment would be highly beneficial, and it would empower you in a lot of ways. So, Dirty Filthy Money, what's up, fam? Nice love. What's up, fam? That quote, but yeah, most definitely that quote. But how was your guys' night going? Does anyone have any questions on, I don't know, just like magic in general, the occult, maybe even just life advice? Because the thing is, hey, that's dope. Hey, that's dope. Hey, shout out to Goddess Lilith. Shout out to Empress Lilith. Um, for that, actually, let's do a tarot card reading for just the overall theme of tonight and what's being manifested, what's being created. Yes, sir. Pulling a few cards and more. Okay. You know, for anybody right now that is walking this path, oh, that's nice. Yeah, jasmine incense. Oh, Lilith loves jasmine incense for those that work with her. Really good goddess to work with. She helps you to understand really the manipulation of dark matter, right? How to manifest with the dark matter. That's something that was actually very beneficial because when we're looking at magic as a whole, right? It's not really until we understand the darkness of ourselves that we understand the shadow, right? That we can even see reality. Because in the beginning, I know at least for myself, I was only imagining light. I was with just the light illusion. But the thing is, it's not about just imagining the light, it's imagining the light and as well the darkness, right? It's about understanding the balance of both. So if you are a dark matter being, which actually we can even get into in a sense understanding source, right? Which um, I'm going to have a video on soon, as well as I'm going to be shouting out a few channels. So I'm not going to shout them out here just because this is right now we're talking about the deities, I guess. But you'll see the channels as I drop the videos, and I just want to say that that is source content. Like the fact that we are all in alignment with our true will, our path, our purpose, our destiny. It's really when we start to see these synchronicities in reality showing us who we are. And then as I said that, someone just randomly starts screaming, right? And I noticed that when we start to see the synchronicity, like I literally just randomly heard that. When we start to see the synchronicities within ourselves, right, within our own mind, you start to notice certain thoughts or you feel an intuition to do something, right? You're connected to something that in some way will have a byproduct, will have a natural refractory, you could say echo out into the universe, out into this world, right? So it's only from there that we can actually start to see ourselves and do the right things, do the things that we need to do in order to push ourselves forward along the path of our purpose, of our destiny, of our true will. So stay hydrated, you guys. So Azazel was definitely a being that showed me my true will. Um, I remember even watching this one show called Strange Angel, where in the beginning of the show, he's a kid drawing demons, kid drawing demons like that. Like, yo, what the fuck this kid doing? And then when fast forward in life, then he takes an ayahuasca trip and he remembers back to when he did that as a kid. Some of us are people that our natural skills or talents are not of this world, right? So this is actually even something that I cover, and I go in on in my tarot card readings for people, right? My fate and destiny readings. In a sense, I'll usually pretty much break down what the cards are saying, and then I'll be showing you your skills, what you brought into this lifetime, right? And then I give a whole blueprint of kind of like where your soul's going in this path, where you are at the moment. A lot of the services actually that I have are also very quantum, to the point that even I'm able to do past life regressions for people. I do basic spells like right, like I can help people to manifest. I can help people to generate wealth for themselves. I really understood that magic at the end of the day, it's whatever you focus on, right? Do you want to connect to your past life? Are you able to do that, right? Or everyone can do this. It's merely what I would be doing would just be guiding you through that regression, right? Because at the end of the day, just like magic, everything is within yourself. Your past lives are within you. You don't need any spell worker. You don't need any, psychic or diviner or guru, right? You don't need any coach. But I know that when I went into, working out and stuff like that, I had a coach. I had a mentor. I had someone to show me how to work out. And I remember specifically, oh my God, this changed my life. He showed me like when you're just doing any like pump like this, push your chest out. Don't just do this. Right? This completely changed the game for me. And in a sense, as a spell worker, that's pretty much what my job is for you guys. I would give you an empowerment that would, like, I'd send an empowerment your way, or if you get a conscious coaching session or consultation, it's in a sense in those moments that we can talk about anything that you like, and we just go into a occult understanding of it as well as a spiritual understanding. I've even been meeting with a lot of people about, the clip off, anything from the clip off to spiritual awakening. And then as well, on top of that, I also do Reiki for people, dabbling more into psychic surgery, where I'm removing the blockage in totality. So this is something that actually Azazel has taught me. I've I stepped into this path originally as a healer. From becoming a healer, I had to become a warrior, right? So when we think about the Azazel energies, it's actually about bringing forward that weapon of the soul, right? Who are you? What are you expressing? What are you embodying? When you work with Azazel, that's actually what you're getting. You're getting or even just any being that shows you your true self at the end of the day. So it doesn't have to be just Azazel, it can be pretty much any being. That's also why I do a demonic empowerment for people, because at the end of the day, what all the deities have taught me is that you are your own divinity. You are your own God, right? You are going through if you choose to, if you're going through the Qliphoth specifically, you're going through your own deification. You're going through a deification system. The Qliphoth isn't only experienced outside yourself, but it's also experienced within yourself, right? That's why it's psychological. And then on top of that, it's like when you work with Mammon or Clawneck, right? Spirits that are from the infernal divine, but they're very close to earth in that same way. These wealth generating spirits, it's all about shifting your mindset. It's all about actually shifting your perception. And that's the thing. What I focused on for a long time was manifestation, because I realized you have to manifest what you want. Truly, what do you want? You can bring that into your life by imagining it. An occultist should be able to manifest whatever they desire into their life. Go into ritual, light a candle, imagine in the candle as vividly as you can a solidified image, an archetype of whatever you desire. Whether it be love, try to feel the vibration of love. If it's prosperity, abundance, wealth, money, try to feel that vibration, right? This is how you manifest money. This is how you build business for yourself, manifest business, right? So the only reason you'd actually like hire me for this, right? Like you want to look at the rituals down below, everything down below. The reason why you hire me is because I just need to remove the obstacles that would be blocking you from, wealth, from your daemon, and being able to shift and empower you at a faster rate. This is something I do every month on my Patreon, and then as well, I give you the same thing that I give on this live, which will most likely also be going on the Patreon at some point, empowering, myself, the Patreon, everyone that tunes into this live, know that it's encrypted with prosperity, right? With the ability to empower yourself in manifestation, sorcery, because we're bringing forward these energies. So that's what I like to do. I like to give you guys magic, and then at the end, for everyone that tapped into the ritual, via Cash App, PayPal, then we're projecting that and empowering it in all ways, right? So that's, in a sense, that's what it is to get a ritual from me. Very powerful, very potent, but at the end of the day, it's just money is what I've learned from wealth gods is that money is an exchange. It's a form of energy, right? Just as I'm giving you energy, that sacrifice, it's that offering of death essence that's actually empowering you. Because when you sacrifice something, it's that sacrifice. Like wine, right? Giving offerings. Like maybe I buy a cigar for Klondike. It's not the cigar that is the magic, right? The whole ritual is it's the imprint in your mind, because the way that you imprint your subconscious is through trauma, repetition, symbols, right? So we got the Klondike symbol, right? So Klondike, I'm gonna buy you a cigar. Then I go to a fancy, nice ass cigar place, right? And then I go up to I go buy the cigar. I go humidor. I don't know what's up. I'm still trying to see brands on own accord, like what the offerings that you want to get, and then I get it. I see the offerings like $20 for a cigar, $50 for a cigar, right? Then I go, I get the cigar. The imprint in my mind, the trauma is to buy the cigar, right? That's what it used to be. I used to be like, oh wow, that's so much. Or like Lucifuge would tell me, burn $20. Just burn it. Just burn it. Like burn your last $20. And I was like, you know, it's a sacrifice to the ethers where it's if I burn $20, energetically I gave a death essence to now manifest more money. It's in the same way that if you so I've noticed that when people pay me, their life becomes more abundant and more prosperous to the point they even tell me it's like, oh yeah, after I got your service or after I just paid you, I donated, I started to get that, that ROI, right? Return on investment. And that's actually why you would even donate to an occultist, a witch, a shaman, because in a sense they're a prosperous person, and when you donate, there's that energetic exchange. You might donate, let's say for myself, other people. He's probably. Oh, I guess. Well, what does archetype be? He's a more of like, I guess you could say like a Lucifer, right? So if you go to him specifically, you get more of that Lucifer energies. You get that in return. For myself, I'm more of a, you could say, a Satan, right? So mastery of the earth. So, so if you donate to me, in a sense, you get that energy, but you don't get, wisdom. I'm also a god of wisdom in a lot of ways, as well as Atanu is a form of Eros. It's the essence and energy of Eros. And that is something I'm really good at, is manifesting love for people, is manifesting specifically when it comes to the occult. It's known as the calming of the bride. I've manifested about 5 of those, and on top of that, I've helped about, it's been well over probably at least like 12 people cross the abyss at this point. And that's also something that I give as a form of service when it comes to consultations. Because when you do talk to someone that is initiated through the clip off, you're getting guidance, wisdom, channeling, advice, and even a form of spell work in a lot of ways. So know that my consultations aren't just a consultation, but it's actually an initiation as well of sorts, taking yourself to the next level. Someone some might get a consultation and then they already notice the moment that they pay me, their life just starts to shift. And they're like, okay, I'm gonna wait to get the consultation, like, but in a sense, down payment, I'm gonna get it at a later date. And then 2 weeks goes by, a month goes by, we talk, and then all these things transpired. We talk, and then from there, they're like, wow, like, I'm glad I waited, right? So even just the payment is a form of initiation based off the intention. Are you trying to evolve yourself spiritually? Are you trying to grow wealth and abundance, create cash flow for yourself? At the end of the day, I'm that Satan archetype that is able to, bring you whatever essence, spirit, or energy, right? Based off the fact that I've worked with, say, Azazel. Azazel always told me to, build an empire, right? Always build yourself up, get good at your skills, your abilities, become wise, become intelligent, empower yourself, right? Apply your knowledge, apply what you know, apply your magic, right? Put yourself out there, whatever you choose to do, whether it be magic, divination, business. What is your archetype? Who are you meant to be? From following the true will, we embrace our path, right? So or actually from walking the path, we embrace our true will, right? So what path are you walking? Look at that. Where are you going? That's your true will, at least at the moment, right? And then following that path, we then step into the Daemon, right? Where you are becoming and embracing that aspect of deification within yourself. Right? The Daemon is the inner muse. It's that which the Greeks said comes out within the walls of the museum, of the libraries, as well as the art studios. Right, the muse. So bring out as within, so without the muse, the inner muse. Right, your Daemon is that same thing. The Greeks said it was in the walls, right? The muse is what, because they would go into silence, they'd go to the library and they'd realize they could, oh, I'm a scholar, I can study a lot better with, at the library. Or, in my studio, I can paint a lot better. I can manifest a lot better. I can create, right? So it's very, very similar to rituals, right? Rituals are, you're putting yourself in that moment, you're trying to clear your mind, clear your ego, dissolve your ego, and get your ego to accept whatever you're trying to do, whether it be path working with a deity, trying to manifest a certain outcome, heal yourself, empower yourself. It's the mixture of solution to believe and then shifting your perception to accept the reality in which you just manifested, the reality in which you just created, using your vibration. At the end of the day, it's vibration that actually creates our reality, right? How you feel. So how do you feel, right? It's your feeling that is going to determine the manifestations and as well as what you're creating. Like, what are some things that you guys are trying to manifest? Do like feel free to ask questions. I do want to because are you guys consciously trying to study magic? Are you consciously trying to study, witchcraft or sorcery, manifestation? Everything is the same at the end of the day. It's truly once you understand frequency and vibration, that's what's going to allow you to progress and push yourself forward. You can either, read a book or you can download the knowledge. In a way, that's also what my rituals are for. They aid you in downloading knowledge, empowering you so that you can go to the next level in your, spell work, in your mediumship. Are you someone that can't hear spirits? In a sense, whatever spirit you're trying to commune with or connect to, the Daemon ritual would actually dissolve any limitation, and then you start to actually hear like the names of it. Right? Not everyone is as psychic or clairvoyant as clear seeing, right? As they want to be. So this is why I do provide that. So you guys know. Um, give me random advice. You should breathe a lot more. Breath work and meditation are things that are breath work and meditation is really good when it comes to grounding your foundation, when it comes to grounding your physics into this reality, right? So you might have went through a really heavy journey, but the thing is, it's not about letting the trauma overwhelm you, right? You might feel like, wow, like I went through so much. But if you can calm your nervous system, the nervous system is the gateway and the key to enlightenment. When you can actually allow yourself to be just like, whoa, you know what I mean? When you can allow yourself to be very calm and relaxed instead of like fidgety or like moving, then this calm, relaxed state would then allow you to be more creative, would allow you to imagine a lot more, would allow you to be more prosperous and abundant. Truly, from trying to liberate your nervous system, right? The nervous system is the gateway to enlightenment. So if I was to give some advice, that's what I would give. Focus on your nervous system, breath work. Don't try to do things that will excite your nervous system too much. Uh, yeah. So again, you guys feel free to ask for advice or just life. I'm here. Truly, I'm here to help. If you guys want to get the ritual, so be it. If you don't, whatever. We're still evolving every time we do this. Every week, every ritual, we're continuing. Okay. Hey, what's up, Champion Beats? I've been seeing you. Oh yeah. Also, wait, Deborah's fearlessness. Hey, put the go. Yeah, that's most definitely. Hey, thank you on that. Azazel energy as well. Okay, so Champion Beats. I've been seeing your comments. So what's up, fam? How's your night been? Okay, so is it possible to be initiated into the cloth unknowingly? Yeah, most definitely. Like, actually, so the way that I was initiated for myself, to be transparent, was so I was in high school and this chick, oh my God, when I look back, she was a Lilith, and we'd go to the park together. She'd get all like tee hee, like haha, like this and then she started channeling demons. She'd literally, I swear, life was like a fucking movie or an anime, and like she'd be like, "Oh, I'm this demon," and then she'd start talking, and I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, like I'm just trying to get my good stuff." Like you know what I mean? Like when chicks do crazy, I was like, bro, I was so in my root chakra in high school that I wasn't even thinking about like, whoa, what does that mean that she's like channeling these energies, right? So when one day we just like, we get together, and then I got initiated by that good pussy in high school. So sex is an initiatory rite. So if you've had sex with a Lilith, or she was a channeler, she was a medium, she was from Germany, like she was a German Mexican chick, so she was really Aztec ancestors, German, like that energy, right? True goddess incarnate. So I could see she was a scarlet woman that pulled me into the clip off. I was probably already like the world is the clip off, so you can go through different initiatory things within life, like drug addiction is an initiatory thing because it completely removes your ego, and then you stop looking at life the same, right? Once you've done, say, a substance so much, like, whether it even be like natural and organic or like a man-made chemical, right? Like I don't know, like well, I won't say what, but you know what I mean. Um, and from doing those substances, that can be an initiation. Viewing a music video that is literally geared towards initiating you into hell based off an artist, that is another form of initiation. Maybe there's a lot of different ways to look at it. I hope that helps. If you want to understand more, I do have a lot of content on my Patreon when it comes to the clip off, and I will be putting a lot more on there as well. Um, feel uh, what's up? What's up again, fam? So, okay, do you feel there is, or are you aware of any connection between Shinyaza and Samael? Okay, so this is where it gets tricky. I'm still trying to understand the essence of Samael. I believe, like, if I was to, don't quote me on this, but if I was to give an opinion on, like, because this is a live stream, so it's like completely, if I was to give an opinion, Lucifer is Samael, or Samael is an aspect of Lucifer. That, and I'm looking at the success card as I say that as well. That's why I look at, he's almost like the merge between Satan and Lucifer, right? Like Lucifer being the angelic aspect, and then Satan being more the Gothic or demonic ruler. Them both being from source, and Samael being a merge of both of them, where he's a dark angel that is able to control both angels and demons. So that's like a really good merge and mix of both beings. So I wouldn't really say Shemyaza is, but some people also consider Azazel to be Lucifer, and then also because also Taus, the peacock angel, right? We can look at Lucifer as an aspect of Taus, or Taus as an aspect of Lucifer. Um, as I said that, the flame just got all bright. I became the flame got all bright, and then as well, some people associate, like, again, Azazel with Taus. So Taus being the peacock angel, so the peacock angel being Shemyaza, as some people associate with Shemyaza. So if you see Azazel as Shemyaza, it could be Azazel and Shemyaza can be similar. I believe look at all beings as their own individual entity. That is what I recommend at the end of the day. But you can you can associate, if you do, Shemyaza with Azazel. And then if you also look at, say, Taos and Lucifer being the same being, then Azazel and Lucifer would be the same being. That would also be Samael. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't say they are all the same. I wouldn't say those two beings are the same, but they serve the same purpose. They serve specifically the same current of energy, right? That's what matters at the end of the day. Both serve the infernal divine, right? They or not serve, but they're both a part or aspects, rulers of that same system. So I would actually intuit on your own accord what you perceive, what you see it to be, because everyone might see different things. So I feel free to give your perception, your opinion, and how you see it as well. Um, but yeah, that is my opinion. I hope that helped everybody. Guys, I'll be back in just a moment. If you feel this content is helping out, please feel free to leave a like. It helps your boy out as well. If I'm helping you, you help me. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. See you guys soon, family. One second. All right. Okay, I'm back. Um, it was just 5 3 3 3. What is that? Okay. Like some incense. Okay, so say if you're doing a ritual, you want to get good at magic, spellwork. First off, get a nice candle, right? Like this, I believe this is eucalyptus and mint, right? Write some sigils on it, right? So I have Belial's sigil on this one. Write your intentions, right? Intentions are the words. Like I look at intentions like energy, like a frequency. When you write on, say, they did an experiment with the mind, right? So if you have a crystal glass and you just say words to it, like you say, like, "Oh, I hate you," or you project negativity or hate in a certain way, right? That was my dog. Some lady told me that they just do that. Okay, so if you project like negativity or hate onto the glass, right? The crystal or the water when it was crystallizing would form in a in a unsynchronized way, right? It wouldn't be a fractal pattern. When you gave it love and you injected it with right, empowering love energy, it actually changed it and it started to actually get a positive fractal pattern. within the water, right, within the crystal. So it's actually the same thing. You are water. You are crystalline beings. When you think about the body is carbon, right? So if you are carbon, you are crystallizing, right, through your frequency. So by raising our frequency, we actually start to manifest things at a faster rate. So this is why when we give offerings, why do things come back to us? If I can give patchouli incense to Bune, and then she can help me to work on my business, or I can give um, rose incense to Lucifuge or King Paimon or Iblis, and then I can start to manifest wealth for myself. It's because as you give, the by the by the refractory nature of reality is as you give, you will always receive. Right? So even giving a tip or a donation, you will always receive based off the energy that you're giving. Everything is a representation of yourself at the end of the day, right? Who you are, is who you're meant to create. It's who you're being, right? So always be more of yourself, and more of yourself will come to you, right? So this is even why I've been starting to do live streams a lot more, as well as rituals. You know what? Okay, I do rituals for myself already. And if I was to get off live, usually I'm just like, oh, I'm already going to do a ritual. So why not incorporate the fam and bring you guys into this occult society, secret society? No, I'm joking. But we do a money spell to Lucifuge. We do a wealth spell to Mammon. We do a business spell to Clonnet. Let's all know ourselves, and then we can create a prosperous and flourishing community, right, for everyone. If you already have a YouTube channel you want to grow, or a business that you want to grow, or maybe you get tips at work and you want to grow that money, you can get a money spell. You can get an empowerment, right? Lucifer as well as Azazel were the two beings. Well, on top of that, like the Satan energy really showed me how to bend reality to my will to create the reality I desired. I didn't have to be a peasant, right? I didn't have to be poor. I didn't have to be broke. It gave me the vision so that I could create the reality that I desired and bring this all into fruition. So shout out to Lucifer, shout out to Azazel, shout out to King Paimon, right? King Clonic, Lord Mammon, all the beings that I've worked with that have helped raise me up. Mammon taught me wealth, right? He taught me truly what prosperity is. Baal taught me what it is to be a king, right? To actually run an empire, right? Or to build a business and then delegate things, to hire people, right? Like, to do these things, you have to start to think differently. If you want to create a new reality, you have to take new action for yourself. As Mammon would, say to me a lot, like, prosperous actions create prosperous outcomes, right? Always have prosperous thoughts and always have prosperous intention with what you're trying to create and what you desire, right? Giving some incense to or Iblis, Shaitan, Azazel, and then right from giving offerings, this is what brings it back to us. Oh yeah, yeah, dirty filthy money. You're most definitely right in what you just said. And also shout out to Shimyaza, and then also shout out to Samael. Samael taught me a lot about business. He taught me a lot about victory. He taught me a lot about success. So I definitely shout out to Samael. Yeah, Dirty Filthy Money, you're on the right track when it comes to that. You already know. He can teach you how to work with, in a sense, demon, like I was saying earlier, demons and angels, right? So that's actually the link, is to realize that you can with everything because you are the source. You are the all of creation, and everything that you are creating is all what you want it to be. This is the difference between an occultist that actually puts reality into their own hands and someone that is just choosing to accept what comes their way, right? Because I found out for myself, oh, I can work with angels and demons, right? Part of me in the beginning like that, but then later on the journey, it's like, oh, fuck angels. It's like, oh, this is, and then you it's almost like for at least for myself, it was because of my upbringing. I felt the need to associate with an attachment to, oh, you know, demons bad, demons good. I mean, I always liked demons. I grew up on anime that had a lot of demon concepts, video game with demon concepts, Nephilim concepts, all these things. But but yeah, if you are trying to understand working with both, Samael is a key player in that, so definitely look at that. Okay, with that dirty, filthy money. Okay, so he says, at the end of the day, I seek to align with myself. He says, at the end of the day, I seek to align with any being or source that just wants to do only what one needs to, due to embrace love and evolution. Okay, when you said that, I got the Satan energies. I got set energies off what you said, like Satan. 'Cause Satan is the Lord of endless truth, and I would say that definitely when I came to him to embrace my endless evolution, my truth, right? That's actually what I started to understand was, yeah, actually that's what led me to source and evolution and um yeah, really aligning with source and becoming more source. But on top of that, just call out to source. Say in my highest source, what being serves my highest favor, my highest interest, my highest good. Yeah. So and then whatever comes to you needs to come to you. All illusions must eventually be waved away. Spoiled love is terrible, and I would rather die with true love than to live on a planet where there isn't any real love. Love is what you make it, you know. Love is what you make it. Um, you have to find the right person that vibes at your frequency, and that's how you will generate love in that way. Because if you love yourself or you feel love for yourself, even Neville Goddard said he but fell asleep. Imagine like literally feeling the wish fulfilled every night for a week, and then um, for a week straight, and that's it. Literally took a week, and then he met his wife, the woman of his dreams, or the woman that would be his wife. So I mean, you could try that technique. It's all about trying to manifest it. That's where you could throw a love spell at it. I'm not saying to throw a love spell at someone. I'm saying, but you can shift and then what is it? Do a self empowerment, like self love spell, and then you can start to magnetize those things into your life. I almost named this live stream, you guys. I almost named it "Don't Let Your Life Get Hexpensive." Right? So we just did a generational. So this is the itinerary. Get the itinerary for today, boys. We're going all in on the Magick and Sorcery. We've done the first hour. Let's see where we're going from here. We're embracing self mastery. Anything that I teach for the next 6 months, take take very serious. Knowing that you can also manifest a lot by just not even just tapping into the rituals, but also taking this gnosis, choosing to push yourself further in your evolution, right? We are creating our reality. That's what magic is at the end of the day. It's just reality creation. You're able to use your mind. You no longer need to endlessly scroll on TikTok, right? You can have fun in your mind, astral projecting and visiting new realities and choosing to evolve and use your, you don't need an iPhone, right? From doing this, we evolve ourselves and we can take ourselves to the next level. So yeah, we do distort love. We do just that is very true though. Love, pure love can create worlds. That is what my wife channeled, right? That's what my girlfriend channeled. Like love creates worlds, and also you can manifest such a beautiful life through loving yourself, because that's truly what it's going to take is loving yourself to create the reality which you desire. Um, so don't let your life get expensive, you guys. So we did a clearing of the way ritual with Lucifuge just yesterday on a solar day, right? So we are pushing forward into this week. We are actually, in a sense, going to, because I'm going to keep going live. We're going to keep doing rituals. We're doing this in a sense, every week, and we're going to keep creating energetic currents or imprints. And then on those days, we're being empowered by different things. I'm already someone. I rounded out the board. I work with all these different deities. Yeah, I went through hell to be able to do this, but since I embraced source and I got to my own source, I'm now able to provide this for other people as well in a very source way. So you don't have to go through as much chaotic endeavors that I went through myself, right? So this is really what I'm trying to bring forward is, gnosis on magic, sorcery, that truly you're just using your mind at the end of the day to create your reality and your life. And then also you can use spell work and ritual to amplify anything that you do within your day already, right? So if you're, wake up and clean. Cleaning is the best ritual that you can do for yourself. Cleaning ushers in abundance, it ushers in clear frequency, new energies, so that you can then use that newness, that freshness, to then start to bring in prosperity for yourself, to start to bring in wealth for yourself, to embrace self mastery, right? Self mastery. I used to think this. I used to think that self mastery was always, oh, I need to do it repetitively every day. That one thing that I'm trying to master. Like it's like the guitar, right? Playing the guitar or doing rituals every day. No, it's not just doing rituals every day. It makes you good at magic. It's knowing that washing the dishes makes you good at magic, right? To what are you thinking as you're washing the dish or ritual, right? Your ritual is your routine. What you do all the time, that is your magic. If you continue to do it every day, you're always going to be good at it. I've done ritual probably at least I've been ritual lighting candles, spells, incense, a whole bunch. Probably the last at least 5 years straight, right? At least invoking once. That's so many invocations. And then I'm going as much as to having to work with 5 clients a day, right? As I said that it's 111 on the live stream, right? And then 11111. That's a lot of different energies. That's a lot of different rituals. That's a lot of different invocations. Now I'm fully solidified. I'm able to do it. It's empowering. It doesn't really drain me. But that's why I like to also do group rites because we get a whole bunch of energy, everyone with the same intention of pushing ourselves forward, embracing, wealth, abundance, self mastery. If you're trying to get better at wealth magic, prosperity magic, donating really helps. Getting a ritual really helps. Any money spell that I provide will start to bring that abundance into your life. The ROI is always going to be the most potent, the most powerful at the end of the day. So yeah, guys, tap in the spell if you guys want. I'm going to be on here for, let's go with like maybe 20 more minutes, maybe a little bit longer, just talking about magic. Or whatever. I feel you on that. Yeah, it needs to, humanity at the moment is going through a purge of the old way that we used to see things, right? There's actually here, Dirty Filthy Money. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna send you a what guy's name? I'm gonna look up a podcast really fast. I'm gonna put that in chat. It really describes the divine masculine and feminine and how they should act. It's really because the divine the divine the divine masculine and feminine really don't understand each other at the moment because like you were just saying, like so many distortions not allowing us to see each other for the way that we need to, right? Like if I talk to certain women, they might be focused on certain things that really does not serve, evolution or source of growth. But then the same thing, like there might be a man trying to talk to a woman that's more of a witch archetype, and that he might be hindering her in their evolution because he's not in his inner masculine. He doesn't understand, how to lead her, right? So, here, like 1 second. Let me look up this podcast. This is a really good podcast. Okay, cool. Dude's name is Robert Grant. Oh, this is what it is. Okay, the sacred game of life. Oh my gosh, this was such a beauty. The fact that this even exists is so beautiful, guys. Community really needs to understand what a divine feminine is and a divine masculine. They really need to step into that. Like truly, you guys, that's something that is so needed for the community, is to understand the divine feminine and the divine masculine and how they should interact because society is complete opposite of the way that we should really, be with each other, right? It's about, for the masculine, it's about providing for the feminine. For the feminine, it's about being in that elegance, that grace, the feminine, right? The masculine should put the feminine in that receptive mode, And truly, nowadays, it's a lot of men are in a receptive mode. Okay, the way I'm going to say this word, men are in a receptive mode when women need to be in a receptive mode, and the masculine is um, not fitting into its role to provide for the feminine. So the feminine feels the need to be both, and it's disharmonizing them. So right, so but also society plays its role in this way where it creates a strife against men and women, just like it creates strife against race, right? But and as well each other. And that's what's going to be achieved at the end of the day. Or that's what's needed. Um, okay, so hello Tanu, it's me, Mage. Hey, what's up, Mage? What's up, fam? Okay, so but I am planning to post on this account soon. I think it's time to do YouTube again and turn it into a business. Most definitely, you should do that. You should. That is the next. Okay, this is something that we're going to get into tonight. Okay, cool. So that is the next wave. Taku, the mage. That is the next wave for you. For anybody watching this to embrace. Monetize your social media. Social media is a form of currency. If you wanted to get a house right now, if you had a social media account with 20,000 followers, maybe 10,000 followers, maybe 5,000, I don't know, maybe 100,000, and you showed that to a real estate agent, you wouldn't even probably need to put money up front, but just the fact that you have a social media account, if you can provide value to them in some way, even talking about their real estate agency, maybe you could manifest a house that way, right? So that's an idea, right? So it's also in the same way that maybe you could use that also as a form of credit, right? There's manifestation coaches. This is something that I haven't built my channel up in manifestation the most yet, but as I scale that, at some point I want to have trying to reach enough followers where I can just talk to people. I can just cold DM them, message them on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and be able to leverage power in that way. Your channel is a form of power. What you talk about, what you put on there, what you do, right? Talking to Mage, if you are getting into YouTube and think you're turning it into a business, I just want to throw out a channel. Shout out to Universal Mastery. That's a really good channel that you could watch. He just made a video actually on the exact concept that you're talking about. So shout out to Universal Mastery. Go check out that video. It's like literally an hour long. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure there's gems in that video, most definitely. He's given me advice on my social media accounts as well. So, that's something that you can look into is really taking it serious, taking it to the next level. Have a whole bunch of content in the beginning, maybe like 5 videos, 10 videos, and then from that, don't post as much, right? Um, really put a format to it, have an algorithm. These are actually just letting you guys know, like, hey, Mage or like anyone else, like these are the things that I'm actually going to be teaching in my Patreon. I really want to help raise the next generation of magicians, shamans, sorcerers to be able to, create business, create wealth, be prosperous and abundant in everything they do, whether it just be energetically, if it be magic, whatever it is. I've really grown myself through the psychic arts, magic, learning manifestation, and a lot of these things from these deities. So you most definitely know you can catch that on the Patreon. More of it coming soon. So I just want to throw that out there. Universal Mastery has a Patreon as well. So if my Patreon doesn't serve anybody, definitely like shouting out another occultist. Also have a video on Universal Masteries. This is, it's vampire service. That's a really good service that you can get. Um, I get dirty, filthy money. Thank you for that. I'm gonna incorporate this into my meditations tonight. I appreciate your wisdom and insight on love and evolution. Oh yeah, most definitely dirty, filthy money. I'm a desire god, or eros, god of love and or desire, love and desire. So I'm someone that I love love. I actually give a lot of love advice to friends in high school. They called me the love guru. I've done consultations for people that are pretty much just turned into like a love reading, or even just giving advice pertaining to different, you know, um, ways of love. So I feel like love is something I truly do understand. No one knows. It's like saying like no one knows love like no one knows life, right? Like we all love the way that we perceive it to be, and we all live life the way, we, we wish to live life. Everybody lives different, so we all have a different perception when it comes to that. That's something that Satan taught me is perception. Your perception is everything, as well as the way that you view life, the way that you see it. Yeah, as well death. Yeah. It's all your perception and how you see it. I think that and it's 9/11 as I was just looking at that. Also, it's just 222 in the live as well. But I think that death is even just perception. If you don't think you're gonna die, you truly don't think you can die, and you don't perceive death as a something that can harm you, but rather something that teaches you. I think you pull yourself out of death, right? By focusing on death meditations, which is something I did with Shiva for a very long time. Focus on death, right? Meditate on death. Imagine death. Imagine yourself dying over and over again. It dissolves your ego to the point that at some point you're going to dissolve fully to your truth. And you don't need to die anymore because you realize that, death is actually just immense growth, immense evolution. Uh, yeah. Yeah, you can't have one without the other, most definitely. Most definitely, you can't have yin without yang as well. Okay, so let's really try to like calm our energy, calm ourselves. So magic first starts within the ritual chamber. I remember when I first started to invoke beings like Lucifuge, beings like Azazel, and as I started to go into the ritual chamber over and over again, and I started to do empowerments for myself, rituals for myself, I really was able to push the boundaries of magic. And as I pushed the boundaries of magic for myself, one, I also realized I was able to do this for other people as well, being able to usher in new energies for them, but also just realizing how much we can take reality into our own hands through magic, through spellwork, through divination. There's times where I was truly seeing through reality and seeing through the matrix. And that's actually, in a sense, what we are using magic to do. There's so much wisdom there is to gain from magic, even when we truly fuck up. Right? We can always come back. It's funny how we might make the most serious mistakes But it's also from those mistakes that we learn immense lessons. We learn immense wisdom from. Truly, life is what you created to be at the end of the day. And if you want to manifest and create a reality, you have to envision a new one. You have to imagine a new one. You have to start to do the work to bring that new reality into being. If you wish to, create a channel, you start by just making videos, upload videos. If you wish to make a song, just start with a mere chord. Right? If you want to paint a painting, you start to paint it. If you are someone that wants to do martial arts, just start punching, start kicking. People look at life as so hard at the end of the day, but truly look at the things in which you need to do. Look at the things in which you need to focus on. Look at what you need to create. Because at the end of the day, like for myself, like right now, I'm leaving my magnum opus. Right? I'm saying the words that even I need to do at the moment. I never stop with the foundation, right? But it's at the same time that you need to leave your magnum opus. What are you achieving? What are you accomplishing? What are you doing? You can die any day and in any moment. And it's truly, what are you leaving behind? Who do you want to become? Right? Because it's life, like what is limiting you? If it's wealth, today I talked so much about how you could create wealth for yourself, right? If it's intelligence, work with King Paimon. We talked about that in the beginning. Remove blockages, right? If it's time, work work with Goddess Kali, work with Chronos, right? Slow down time. We're magicians, we're occultists. We shouldn't have any problems at the end of the day. We should be able to solve our problems with how we think, right? This is what a shaman is. It's someone that knows, it's someone that sees, right? And this is also what I try to do. I try to solve problems by providing my spell work, by providing my rituals, and as well consultations. So, whatever you need in life, most definitely know I can help you to achieve whatever you desire. But know at the same time, if you're choosing to walk the path, you will achieve it, right? I'm just here to show you guys the path at a faster rate. I made a lot of mistakes along the journey, along the way. But at the same time, I also learned immensely. So anything that I did in 4 years, 5 years, I can teach you to do in 2 years. Anything I did in 4 years, I can teach you to do in like 1 or 2. It took me a few years to walk the Gothic tree. I can teach you guys how to do that in a year or two and fully be done with that journey. Yeah, you're going to go through hell, right? And I've actually noticed I've had a few, I'm mentoring a few people. There are people that are actually about to cross the abyss soon. And it's very synchronistic that they got my services at this exact time because that's something that it's a very delicate process, right? And that's why I try to have this gnosis because not many people understand this path. So I feel that almost that's why it's called service, right? I'm servicing. This is my service to you guys. It's my spell work, my rituals, my consultations, as well as my even my videos and my live stream. I look at my videos as offering to the community. That's my wisdom and what I'm creating and what I'm bringing forward for you guys. I had to go through immense pain, immense suffering in order to achieve the magic in which I have now. And that's why I provide. I provide, you know, what I do in terms of spell work and ritual. Truly, work with these beings. Yeah, like, okay, so, talk to the mage. I'm going to work with Paimon because he helps me with my public speaking skills and definitely need that skill now during this period of time of my life. Yes. King Paimon helps with oration as well as Azazel and Bune, Goddess Bune as well. Lucifuge can also help with that and Thoth. Thoth is a really good being to work with as well. Yeah, so you get the picture. Use these, work with these beings, talk to them, and they will start to guide you. So you can use these energies to evolve yourself, build business, build a channel, get good at art, social media. You can use Canva, right? And then as an occultist, know that anything that you're creating is, if it's a video, it's a quantum manifestation, it's a hyper sigil, right? And you can also, do graphic design and create art. And in those same ways that's hyper sigils. These are things that you can use to push yourself forward, just physically, but also energetically manifesting the reality in which you desire to create. So yeah, with that, you guys, I'm grateful for being in my life, Satan being in my life, Shaitan, Iblis. Shout out to Goddess Bune, Duchess Bune, Goddess Hecate, thank you. Um, Satan, Beelzebub, Belial. All these beings taught me a lot throughout my journey, and I give back to the community through this live stream, and I do my part in this way. So just letting you guys know, I also have my rituals. If you guys want to get a ritual from me, I I think you should. But also, if you want to do the spells and the ritual yourself, go for it. You guys a lot tonight, and as well, there's also other occultists within the community. So, with that, you guys have a beautiful night. I definitely need to create my own sigil and have an idea already in my head. Thanks to Hecate. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, shout out to Hecate. That's what's up. Hecate, that is a beautiful goddess to work with. Um, she will definitely guide you the right way moving forward to the next part of your path and destiny. Right? You're at the crossroads. What will you choose? What will you do? And from that as well, who will you who will you become? So have a beautiful night, you guys. May all that you desire manifest and as well come to fruition. Have a prosperous and abundant outcome. Be successful in all that you do and wish to achieve. Have a beautiful day, you guys. As well, I am your host, O'Shea. You can call me Asane as well. For this is my magical name, and this is occultcatTv channel. Have a beautiful night, you guys. Peace. Also, be streaming tomorrow morning and as well tomorrow night. We're going all out. Have a good one, you guys. Klondike ritual tomorrow. Tap in.